All right, it looks like I am live. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Tammy Morrison. I am a spiritual teacher, mentor, intuitive healer. And so I'm here today for my Tuesday live because I go live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday services with the Morrisons. I also go live on Wednesdays, typically with my partner Megan Marie. We do an Ebony and Ivory show on spiritual growth. So we will probably not do it tomorrow because I will be traveling. So we won't be doing that. And I more than likely will not come live Thursday because I will be traveling. I have to go across the country. My son is getting married, so I've got to do that. And I'm so excited about that. I'm excited about, my new daughter-in-law. I'm excited about some more grandbabies. I'm excited for them to start their life together as a married couple because as we know these days, most of these kids are not getting married. If they get married, they ain't get married quick. So I'm excited that, one of mine has decided to get married. So that being said, super excited to be here. I'm pulling cards. I'm going to pull one for the collective right now. I'm using the Divine Feminine cards because that is what I was feeling called to pull. Black girl magic. For sure. Black girls are all magical. We got to embrace that magic. All right. I'm going to pull one for the collective. And if anybody wants to have one, just let me know. And the price of it is a share. So share this thing out, and that is the cost of getting a card pulled for you. So, and then I'll also answer questions if you have those too, because I am here for that. So the card that I pulled for the collective is the Black Madonna. That thing is so pretty. So pretty. The Black Madonna. I don't know BTS. Um, Our Lady of the Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. So this card is all about us loving in this world, you know, transmuting all through all the things that we've been through and all the stuff in order to get to that place of love. And my husband and I talked about unconditional love on Sunday service with the Morrisons. And we talked about how people just, it's such a cancel culture. And so this to me is about that. It's about love. It's about taking that time to um, allow yourself to heal and forgive yourself, not only yourself, but other people, whoever, people have done things to you or, anything like that, because we've all had things like that happen, especially women, we've been in relationships, you never know. And so many times we don't forgive ourselves, a lot of times we forgive everybody else. We'll forgive, the ex, we'll forgive kids for acting crazy because y'all, I'm telling you, my kids are grown and they can act crazy. Yeah. And I don't really understand this generation in that way. A lot of things I love about the kids of today because I love the fact that um, they think for themselves and they allow themselves to shift and make transitions. Unlike a lot of the generation, I'm in the Gen X and my husband is a boomer. So unlike a lot of us, we did things, if we went to school and we learned a trade or did something, and even if we didn't like it, or if we, in my case, got burned out from it, we still did it because we felt like, okay, we did this, we went to school for this and all that. And now of course we have children to take care of, we have houses to keep, all of these things. And so yes, she said, yes, facts. Forgiving ourselves has been a journey, but it's so relieving and spiritual. It is that part that is so right, because the thing is many times we forgive other people before we forgive ourselves, or we have forgiven, and I know in my case it actually was a whole ass journey for me because I forgave my ex-husband because I believe that forgiveness is key. And And I know that unforgiveness causes disease and conditions and heartache and heartbreak. And it causes you to stay in a level of grief that is just not healthy for you. So I know that, and I've known that. I knew that as a young child. I learned that early. So I've always been a person to quickly forgive. However, what I found was that I didn't always quickly forgive myself. Like I quickly forgave so many other people, everybody, anybody in my life, because I believe in that. Even now, it's like, if you do something many times, I already forgave you and I already forgot about it. So I'm not stressed in that way because I don't hold on to that. Because what I know is when you hold on to bitterness, unforgiveness, all of those low level vibrations, they get trapped and stuck in your cells and in your nervous system. And then what happens is it causes you to have all kinds of problems in your body. And you don't even realize that that is the reason behind it. That is the root of it. That's one reason why I've been doing these videos about healing and different root causes behind different diseases and conditions and things that we deal with. And I tried to pick things that are like common things that a lot of people are dealing with, and even some uncommon ones, but I picked a lot of common ones. Like I know that people deal with a lot of back pain and oh my God. And if you realize what the roots of those things are and you can shift them, you can actually heal yourself. Because for me, I actually am always looking for a natural alternative. It's not my first go to the doctor or even to take a pill. I try really hard, even like ibuprofen and Tylenol, because here's the thing, y'all. The thing about Tylenol is you can actually overdose on it. Ibuprofen will fuck up your stomach. You'll have problems in your gastric liner if you continue to keep doing it so consistently, and people don't realize that. And so in Tylenol, I actually had a patient that she died from taking too much Tylenol. First, y'all, it's not really funny, but it kind of is. But first, y'all, she turned green. First, she was green. She looked like the Incredible Hulk. I mean, green from taking too much Tylenol. Because what happens is it processes in your liver. So as you take these things, they break down in your liver, and so think about it. If they're breaking down in your liver and you're taking too much of them, then it's kind of hard for the liver to even break that down if you think about it. So you have to consider all of those factors. And to me, every time I see a commercial where they talk about all these drugs, and then at the end of it, they have all these side effects, and then it always ends up including death. So to me, that ain't nothing I want to do. I'm not even trying to take that. It's like it. Okay, so it's got all these side effects, but everybody's walking around saying, "I'm on it. I'm on it." I was watching a commercial today about I think this stuff was called Jardiance. It's for diabetes, and so everybody on the commercial was like, "I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it." Everybody smiling. I'm on it. I'm on it. Man, woman. Everybody. And they were representative of all the different cultures and all that stuff. I'm on it. I'm on it. And then they said all the side effects. And I thought, shit, are y'all experiencing those? Because it was so many crazy side effects that just didn't make any sense, and I'm thinking, okay, so for me, I'm not interested in risking, everything, all of who I am for side effects. I'm just really just not interested. But it's been so amazing, the journey. And so that's one of the things that I am so excited to talk about is this journey, because this journey for me has been so, what's the word? Cathartic is one word. It's been so cathartic, and it's been eye-opening, and it's like no other journey that you will take. That's what I say about that. But I'm so excited. And so I'm preparing now. I'm about to, when I get off here, I got to finish packing because, I am the quintessential last minute packer because that's just who I am. And so I have tried to flip that and change that. But that is who I am. So I just embrace it and I embody it and I do what I need to do because I've known I was going on this trip for a year, and I actually, prepared and, we got our plane tickets and, bought our parking and got our car rental and hotel and all these things, but now I have to pack so that we can go get on the plane tomorrow. and finish my hair. So, but anyway, so is anybody interested in any card or any guidance or anything? I don't see anybody on the other platforms. Um, I'm just so excited. So I actually had an amazing conversation with a beautiful sister in the UK the other day, and it just really, I mean, it was just really a good conversation. And many times, you talk to people and you're like, okay, especially if you see them on social media. And we met on, I think on Facebook. And so, we had a conversation because I reached out to her and I said, let's have a coffee tea chat. And I say coffee tea because I barely drink coffee. Every once, I think maybe two, 3 times a month, sometimes not. But I don't do it more than 2 or 3 times a month. Drink coffee just when I feel like it, not every day. Every morning I drink lemon water with ginger, aloe, and honey. So I drink that, in a warm cup like coffee. Thank y'all for the gifts and the likes. I appreciate y'all on TikTok. But I don't, I stopped drinking coffee like that. So I was like a coffee tea chat, wine chat, water chat, whatever. And, and I've just been so grateful that, I've met some amazing people, on social. And I actually got to meet a few of my Facebook friends that I've been friends with for a couple of years on in real life. So that was amazing. And I'm going to meet probably a few this next week when I go on this trip because I already reached out and I was like, I'm coming in the area. If you want to meet with me, let me know because we are, I'm in the area and I would love to, meet some people in person because y'all know this pandemic has gotten us where, everybody's super comfortable with Zoom, and I am too. I like Zoom too. Everybody's super comfortable with, getting on FaceTime and all these other type of things, but it's nothing like, being in person with someone. And so that is one of the things that I started doing as well, as doing in-person sessions because I don't think I've only done maybe, I did a few mini sessions. Hey, Yvonne, thank you for joining. I did a few mini sessions and those were great. I loved them. Like 15 minutes, because I was at a marketplace, so they're just, just mini sessions. And I loved it, and it was just something about it. And so I decided that that was something that I wanted to do was some in-person sessions, But now, I'm at a place where I have to find some place to do it because my house is not that place. It's just not enough room. I don't have, my office is also the weight room. So on the other side of this computer and the phone is my workout bench and my hand weights and my ball and all those things that you have in a little gym. So anyway, but one of the things that we talked about that was so amazing was just how, people are starving for community right now. It's a time where people are starving for community. They're really wanting, to come in groups and stuff. And so I guess that's one of the reasons why they still, have the groups and stuff on Facebook, although some of them are so annoying. Can't even lie about it. I just, yeah, I've gotten like to the point where I try to find a few good ones that I like that I can participate in, and that's what I do. But it's just so annoying, some of them. And when they start, reaching out and when they start reaching out and wanting to put you in a in a program or something like that, and I'm like, when they want to just put you in a program, everybody's trying to get you in a program and let's do this program and let's do that program. And, can I get you in that? And, it's $10,000, but you can do a payment plan and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, I'm not. That's not what I'm doing right now. That is not what I'm doing right now. Let me see. Hang on for a second. Okay. All righty. So I made these amazing chakra self-care kit bags that, I'm about to put on my store because they are so amazing. They have a candle in them and a stick of Palo Santo. They have a pack of matches. These ones do. Because I found those that were cute. I was in the store and I was like, okay. So a pack of matches so you can light your candle and your Palo Santo stick. A bath bomb. It's got a little journal and a little journal and um, what do you call it? A pen. So those are like the most amazing things. I just absolutely love them, y'all. Absolutely love them. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Sorry, TikTok. Okay. So um, I honestly came on here to talk a little bit about a lot of things. All the things, there's so many crazy things that are going on in the world, y'all. I mean, it's just hard to even deal with and hard to kind of just even understand. And so, a part of what I love to do is really help people, especially if they're on a healing journey, because there's so many people out here that are, because here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you one thing that I've learned is that, a lot of these conditions are based on um, our emotions. Their root causes are based in emotions and things like unforgiveness and bitterness. You have these things and then you wonder why you attract autoimmune conditions, fibromyalgia, ALS, MS, all these kind of things, because you're holding on to all of those things. And what happens with that is that stuff gets stuck and trapped in your cells and in your nervous system. And so over time, what happens is if you don't release that, over time, what happens is it begins to shut your body down and you don't even realize it. It's like you'll look up and all of a sudden you'll start having all these pains and all these things and you don't even know that that is what the root of it is, or something that you've been carrying with you for decades. Maybe you have had a fight with your sister and y'all been fighting for 10 years over the same bullshit. It's time to squash some of that stuff, because it's like I had to tell my daughter, I said, you need to forgive your father, not because of him. You need to forgive your father because of you. I said, because let me tell you, I said, the Bible says that, y'all, my mom is so funny. The Bible says that uh, if you don't honor your father and your mother, yeah, that's what it says. Honor your father and your mother so that your days will be long. And this is what I had to explain to her. I said, this has nothing to do with him. This has nothing to do with him. I said, this has everything to do with you. I said, because without him, there would be no you as you are. There would be no you as you are. Now, I could have had another bit, with somebody else. I said, and whatever, but you wouldn't be you as you are because he's a part of you. I said, so you have to, forgive him. I said, you have to. I said, it has nothing to do, with him. It's got everything to do with you. It's not even for him. It's for you. And so by the time I had to break that down and explain that to that child, who, was an adult. She's an adult. At that time she was, and she still is, but I had to explain it to her so that she can understand it, because I didn't want, something to come on her because she's running around here not forgiving him. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not affecting him at all. I mean, of course he was, you know, I don't know, he acted like he was hurt and all this other kind of stuff. But the thing is, it really, truly, honestly wouldn't have affected him. It would have affected her. And so that was one of the things that I had to share with her, as like, honey, it's not about him. It is about you. So I say that to everyone. If you are walking around here and you got some people that you need to forgive them and let that shit go. Because I'm telling you, you will be better off for it. You'll be better off. And then, really begin to dive into, hey, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining, Mary. So, as you grow in your time and as you grow in your space and as you grow on this earth, because y'all know what's going on. So many things are happening underneath the surface that we're not always aware of. So many things. So many things. It's not ever what it seems. And I always tell people that, they have that sign on the mirror of the car that says, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. And so that's what I want to share with y'all today. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. That's why you want to do mirror work. Because when you go in that mirror and you speak some things into your life, because here's the thing, you can speak some things into your life. It does not take a healer. It does not take a priest, a preacher, an evangelist, a prophetess or a prophet, or any of those other kind of people. Doesn't take all those that. You can speak some things into your own life. I love mirror work. It's one of my favorite tools to use. So you can go in the mirror and speak some things into your own life. Speak some things into your soul. Tell yourself what it is that you desire. What do you really want? And don't sugarcoat it. And don't judge it. That's what I was trying to say. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. Just speak it. What is it that you really want? If you really don't want to work that particular job, then speak that shit. You want to, but what you want to do is you want to speak what you want, not what you don't want. Because the universe don't really get with the nose and all that. So you want to speak what you want. So if you desire to be a Broadway star or something like that, then get in the mirror and tell yourself, I am a Broadway star, or I'm so grateful that I am a Broadway star. You know what I mean? If you want to sing on stages, or you want to speak on stages, or you want to speak nationally, I hear people talk about these things all the time. And so what I'm telling you is get in the mirror and speak that shit to yourself. Get in the mirror and tell yourself that this is who you are. Begin to truly embody who you are. The things that you desire and what you want out of life. And it doesn't matter how old you are, because you know what, age really is truly a number. Because y'all, I saw Cher the other day on something on the Google somewhere, and she looked so good, and she was with her little stud boy. He's about 35 maybe. But I was like, age is sure nothing but a number. She is showing us. So if you are concerned and worried that you're too old and all that other kind of stuff, that is a bullshit ass lie. And so you need to let that go too. Just shut it down and let it go. Shut it down. And the thing is people always say, oh, it's so hard. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is not hard. Can be hard if you allow it to, but it's not hard. It's really not hard. You just really have to take a moment and really begin to get out there, and do whatever it is that you need to do for you. And one of the other things I wanted to share was, don't allow anybody else to tell you who you are, because we do that a lot, especially women. We'll let a man or a significant other, a spouse or whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, tell us who we are. And you know what? Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Don't let nobody else tell you who you are but you. But you. So you share that with yourself. Do that mirror work. Get in that mirror and talk to yourself and say, hey, this is who I am. I, desire to, be a painter, even though maybe you haven't painted before, but maybe it's something that you saw yourself doing or something you always desired to do. One of the things I desired to do was write. And now I have. I've written 3 books now, and I'm working on some more, and begin to call in whatever it is that you need. Speak it into your life. If you need a mentor, then call out for them. Tell them, and then all of a sudden it'll begin to show up in your life. I know that I have called out for them, and yeah, they've showed up usually on YouTube. But if that works, and that has helped, but just call out for one, ask the Holy Spirit to send you a mentor or your higher self or the universe, source, God, whatever you want to call him, her, or them. But ask, because y'all know who wrote a book. Well, actually a few books, but I can think about Abraham Hicks wrote a book called Ask and It Is Given. And, it was based on, of course, the word. So ask and it is given. So if you are not asking, then of course you're not going to get. So you need to start opening your mouth and asking, relaxing that throat chakra and asking for what it is that you desire, because you can do it. It's not hard. It can't be an issue. All right. Well, let's see. I was going to, if anybody wanted a card, but hardly nobody is on here. Let's see. Yvonne, you want a card? Divine Feminine. That's what I have today. Let's see. Give it to us. All right, Yvonne. Hey, Joanna. Thank you for joining. Yvonne, you got Zhou Wanjing. I think it's Zhou Wanjing. That's what it looks like. Zhou Wanjing. She is the mystic of peace. She says, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. So this is what they want you to embrace is peace. So what I feel with you is that you got a lot of stuff going on up here in your crown. A lot of stuff. And so what I feel like you need to do is to take a minute, take a breath, do some quiet, introspective work on yourself so that you can step into this and embody this peace. Because that's what I'm feeling for you. It's like, oh my God, because I could feel as soon as I pulled it, I could feel all this stuff going on in your head. So I was like, she is just, a lot of things going on, a lot of thinking. And, sometimes they want us not to do that. They want us just to be an open canvas so that spirit can speak to us, so that we can get downloads, so that we can get direction, many times that is the case. And that's what I'm feeling for you. Joanna, you want a card? I'll pull one because I'm going to pull one for you guys. And then I'm going to probably pop off because I need to go and finish this packing that I have been procrastinating on for shit all week. For a man, an ex calls me. Yep, that's what you need. Make sure you got your list written for what you want on it. You know what I mean? What you want in one. Write your list. Just like Santa Claus Christmas list. Write your list. Dot your I. Okay. Woo! That jumped right out for you, my dear. Sarah Lakali, Queen of the Outsiders. Joanna, Queen of the Outsiders. Says, I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Woo-hoo! Love is in the air. In love. And what I feel like though is you're in love with you. And it's time. It's been something that has been brewing for you. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's a love for yourself. Because I feel like you went through a place and time where you didn't really love yourself. And so now I feel like this is you learning to love you. That's what I feel. It's like, oh my God, because I feel like you always felt like you were an outsider. You always felt like you had to fit in, but you don't have to fit in. You don't have to. and you can love you without, worrying about anything else. And that's what I feel like that is for you. It's like, you're on this journey where, you are learning how to love you and doing beautiful, sweet things for yourself. Moving in different ways is what I'm feeling. And so that felt like, for you, it's time for you to love you. It's like, I think about Whitney Houston's song, The Greatest Love of All, learning to love yourself. And so that's what I would sing for you. The greatest love of all is happening to me. Whew, that song. That brought tears, y'all, because I love that song and I love that girl. I just tell you what, something. But yeah, so that's what I feel like for you. It's like, you find the greatest love of all. It's to love yourself, and yeah. I think about that song. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride and make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I was like, wow. When I think about that song, it's like, wow, if we would all just learn to love ourselves, in the way that we love other people. And I know for me, yes, ma'am. And I know for me, when I got that part, because I loved my ex-husband. I think I loved him. When I think about it now, I think I loved him more than I love me. And that was why I allowed him to treat me the way that he did. And so when I learned that, I needed to love myself, in addition to forgiving myself, because I talked earlier about how I had forgiven him. I forgave him, and he even was calling me even afterwards, after we got divorced and everything, and apologizing because he drove trucks. And so he had a lot of time to think about shit. And so he called me and apologized to me for, treating me the way that he did, and for not giving the love that I gave him back, and he told me that, he was so sorry and all this stuff. Well, by this time, this was probably, I don't know, we had been divorced probably 5 or 6 years by then, but I had already forgiven him and I wasn't thinking about that, but he was, and so I was like, okay. But then I realized that, I love that man. I did, because we were together since we were 17 until I think about 40. And so, I loved him, and he knew that nobody else knew him like I did, because I had been with him since he was a child until he was a man. And, but I learned that after that, I learned that, I need to love myself, and love myself more than I love anybody else but God. I gotta love me. And, loving yourself sometimes is being selfish, and I know that's a hard word for women to hear, especially when we have kids and stuff like that. Because, we sacrifice everything for the kids, everything. We sacrifice for the kids, we sacrifice for the husband, the wife, whoever spouse we have, we sacrifice, but sometimes we have to sacrifice for ourselves. We have to do self-sacrifice. We have to step into this place where we begin to learn how to love ourselves like no one else, because the thing is if you don't love yourself, how do you think somebody else is going to love you? How do you think that somebody else is going to love you if you don't love yourself? That is so key. And I love that. I love the fact that we can do that. I love it. So, anywho, thank y'all for joining. Let me check. I was checking some other places. I'm going to pop off. I'm going to do a community card for all of us. And Let's do a goddess one. How about that? We'll do a goddess card. Nah, we'll do mystic rebels. That's what we'll do. Because I do so love them and I haven't used them in a minute. I actually hadn't done a whole lot of readings at all. I mean, I read for myself, but I haven't really done a lot at this moment because I've been so doing other things. All right. Let's see. Card for the community. Let's see what we have. All right. Got my Vegas shekel. You're so welcome, Yvonne. All right. That jumped out the deck. Be your most authentic self. Be your most authentic self. So that's what y'all got to do. Be your most authentic self. Don't allow anybody else to put your fire out. Be who you are at your core. So again, thank y'all for joining me. This has been fabulous and lovely. Like I said, I don't think I'll be back on Thursday because I'll be traveling. So I will probably see you guys Sunday on YouTube for Sunday service with the Morrisons because my husband and I will be together. So we'll probably do it from some hotel that we're in. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. But I'll be back probably won't be next Tuesday either. Unless I just pop in because I'm not taking all this equipment with me. So, but anyhow, thank y'all for joining me. It's been fabulous and lovely to have you here. And I have always have a wonderful time with this. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, night, day, weekend, whenever you catch this. And if anybody is interested in that 4-week program I have, just send me a message and we can talk about it and see if it's something that you could use that could help you. So again, thank you for joining me. Bye now.